Okay, so pleasant day to everyone. Welcome to JLO. You know, recently yung National Center no for Mental Health announced that actually yung cases no or yung number of Filipinos suffering from mental health is actually or went up because of this lockdown. Itong ECQ, MECQ, tas DCQ. Tumaas daw no yung mga cases ng mental health among Filipinos. So alamin natin kung ano ba yung dahilan kung bakit no at ito po ay tumaas no. So we have invited no to join us today. We've invited nako, napakaswerte po natin dahil pumayag po siya na sumama sa atin. She is actually meron siyang doctorate degree no sa marriage and family counseling at nagtapos siya sa Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, and she's also a registered guidance counselor. But more importantly, among all her credentials, she's a very good friend of ours. No? So please help me welcome Dr. Janet Yu Chua. Okay? So, Dr. Janet, yes, welcome to JLO.
Yes, thank you very much also for inviting me.
Yes, Doc. Yan. So, like what I said sa intro, no, yung sufferings daw among Filipinos sa mental health, umakyat daw, tumaas. So, the first thing I would like to ask you, Doc, can you define for our viewers, ano ba yung mental health? Ano ba ito?
Okay, mental health actually it's the state of not only of our mind but also our emotions, and of course this will also affect our behavior. So, nandiyan na yung, siyempre, kunyari, pag sinabi yung mental health, nandiyan na, kasakot na yung stress, depression, anxiety, and among others.
Mm-mm. Kasi alam mo, Doc, every time marinig yung mental health, iniisip ng tao, baliw. Di ba? Yung parang, there's something
Yes, that's
wrong.
very sad. Yes, that's a
Oo.
very sad stigma. Kasi dapat hindi naman ganun.
Mhm.
Okay? And I hope that buti na lang in this time and age, let's say, minsan in-endorse din ng mga artista, and a lot of doctors are coming out, and even some of those who are diagnosed with some mental health issues, they're sharing their lives, their testimonies that sometimes it's just a phase and they will also get better. And at the same time, dapat hindi naman na parang quote-unquote sinasabi na baliw. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's what you call the chemical imbalance in the brain that causes
Mhm.
it. And that's why, pag ganun po, let's say after talking to us counselors, siyempre we would give them tips, like we can use how to teach them how to cope with stress, anxiety, depression. Tapos kung after trying all those tips, hindi talaga nila kaya, maybe it's physiological, which means they would have to consult a psychiatrist to make sure na wala silang chemical imbalance. Kasi pag meron, they might have to take certain medication.
Mhm. So Doc, is it safe to say na anyone actually no can what suffer or can undergo some mental health issues? Pwede ba 'yon lahat? Walang
Oh,
exception to?
yes. Yeah, in a
Oh.
sense, it's more of a degree. Kunyari, like, even ako, as a counselor, syempre, there are times that I get sad, I get
Mhm.
stressed, sometimes nagagalit din ako. But it's a matter of how do we cope. Yun ang importante. Kasi if we learn
Okay.
how to cope, then we won't go to the other extreme of the continuum, which, that's sad to say, that yun na nga, let's say, if from sadness, let's say, naging clinically depressed ako, which means I
Mm.
can no longer function.
Mhm.
Normally, I cannot go to work, I cannot go study, I isolate myself, and sometimes I would also have suicidal thoughts. And sad to say, some people would really commit suicide.
Pag hindi na niya parang kayang talagang i-handle, no?
Mm,
Oo. So
yes.
so Doc, ang gusto ko lang malaman ngayon, like what I said, no, yung report, bakit tumaas dahil dito sa lockdown? Bakit tumaas tong mga cases ng mental health?
Okay. Usually, mental health cases like depression, anxiety, marami siyang triggering factors.
Mhm.
Okay? And right now with the ECQ, GCQ, like one of them would be isolation from friends. Yeah, totoo. Like ako, everyday nag-Zoom meeting kami. Kasi syempre, sa trabaho, with friends, I can call them up. But still different eh. It's different when you have human interaction, personal human interaction. Yung kumaga, nakikita mo sila, you can touch them, you can laugh with them, yung nakikita mo sila, that's one. Another is the stress of some people losing their jobs. Okay, right now we know that there are some people na they didn't receive any salary. Of course, the companies, they try their best. They say first month, may salary sila, full month. But after that, hindi talaga kaya ng kami, kasi half month na lang. At the end, wala nang salary. So
Mhm.
sometimes they have to lay off people. Siyempre, if I'm the one who's being laid off o wala akong salary, and I have several mouths to feed, that adds my stress. That adds to the depression. Yung,
Mhm.
tapos syempre, I have bills to pay. I have I have so many things I have to do. Tapos syempre, the added stress of working from home is that, syempre, kumaga, dati, when we're with our family members, we only see them at night. Usually at night, we eat dinner together. After that, kanya-kanyang buhay na.
Mhm.
But now, we're together every day. We have to adjust. Tapos kunya, if I'm working, tapos maingay mga bata, or nagugulo. So, syempre, that adds to the stress rate. Of course,
Mhm.
you want to bond with them. But
Mhm.
you need to work. So, marami mga factors po. Kaya tumataas yung mga ganun na incidents.
So ang sinasabi mo dito, Doc, parang kumbaga sa ano, may mga triggering factors like yung mga changes na sinasabi mo na yung parang hindi ako sanay dito tapos ngayon ganito na siya.
Mm.
So pwedeng mag-trigger 'yon para mag-suffer ako ng mental health. Ganun po ba 'yon?
Mm. Yes. But the good news is,
Mhm.
if we could learn how to cope, pwede tayo marunong mag-adapt to the changes. We
Mhm.
try to set certain boundaries at home,
Mhm.
even from working at home. Tapos kunyari, even though I can't meet my friends online, parang, I mean, in person, I can make it a point to meet personal friends. I call them
Mhm.
up, para may
Mhm.
kahit pa paano, may konting social interaction.
Right, right. So at least meron kayong communication, parang ganon.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Doc, ngayon ay gusto ko naman parang medyo i-expound naman natin konti. Ano ba itong stress, ano yung depression, ano yung anxiety, no? So simulan natin yung stress. How can you say that somebody is undergoing or is having a stress sa kanyang buhay? Paano ba 'yun?
Okay. There are two kinds of stress. Actually, we
Mhm.
have what we call eustress, EUSTRESS, or distress. Ibig
Mhm.
sabihin, sometimes we're so busy, but it's a happy stress. Let's say, somebody's gonna get married. Of course, pag mag-aasawa ka, oh, it's a happy time, pero ang dami-dami preparations to be done, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Kaya, stress ka, pero happy ka. Stress in the sense that you are overwhelmed with so many things. But this stress is different. It's a kind of stress that have negative connotations, negative emotions, like somebody is sick in the family with chronic illness. Siyempre, if I'm the caregiver, ako yung magbabantay, tapos siyempre, I have to, siyempre, iisipin ko yung gastos, ako nasa hospital, tatay ko or nanay ko, tapos ako pa magbabantay, at tapos siyempre, sometimes in the face of this COVID-19, people die. So, this kind of stress, this stress na yan, hindi na siya masayang stress.
Mhm.
So, these are the kind of stress that we are now facing. Like, the added stress na, baka mamaya virus ako, mamaya, naku, nakawaan ako ng katabi ko, yun.
Okay. Okay, so parang parang 'pag nag-aalala ka, gano'n, parang gano'n?
Hmm.
So mai-stress ka nun, parang gano'n ba 'yun, Doc?
Pwede, it's also related. Let's say when you're worried. So actually, lahat sila medyo connect siya. Kunyari, when I'm worried, I'm afraid of what's gonna happen in the future. It adds to
May
my
okay,
stress level. Okay,
okay.
sometimes, of course, it starts with the mind. Okay, ang mind ko muna ang stress, like ang daming thoughts papasok. Tapos, syempre, kunya, matatakot na ako. Paano na yung mga anak ko? Paano yung future? Wala na akong trabaho. Tapos,
Mhm.
it affects my feelings. Syempre,
Okay.
parang, yun na nga, parang, natatakot na ako, tapos minsan nawawalan na ako ng pag-asa, nade-discourage na ako, and
Mm.
eventually, napaparalyze ako instead of thinking of solutions na, okay, like, I could check out some YouTube on how to earn money, or let's say maybe, some people like Chinkitan would advocate that we should have several sources of income. Okay,
Mhm.
you can do this, do that. I'll try to find an online job, online business. There is hope to
Yes.
cope with all of this stress, these negative emotions or
Mhm.
negative things that is happening around. But we have to focus on the positive, hindi yung negative. Kasi normally, kaya tayo na-stress, we focus on the negative. So even in psychology, we have what we call cognitive behavior therapy, which means that important yung thoughts natin. If we learn to control our thoughts,
Mhm.
then instead of thinking negative ones, yung nakakata, yung mga worries, which we can't do anything about, or mga depressive thoughts, we think of the more positive ones, and then hopefully it would affect our feelings. Mas okay ka na, mas kalmado ka na, then it would push you to do something productive instead of just parang being paralyzed.
Okay. So tapos Doc, eto naman, ano yung difference ng depression tsaka anxiety? May difference ba yung dalawang yun?
Yes. Actually, of course, in terms of disorder, iba siya, but there are some na overlapping stuff. Okay,
Okay.
like depression, of course, a psychiatrist will be the one to diagnose this with clinically depressed. Kasi ngayon, di ba, when you go to the internet, when you Google, you say, okay, symptoms of depression, ang daming lalabas, symptoms, okay, how would you know you're depressed? Tapos minsan pagbasa, ay, baka depressed na talaga ako. But it would be best if you really want to have a clear diagnosis, then we check out with a psychiatrist, okay? But normally, let's say in terms of depression, like yung feelings ng sadness prolonged, matagal, okay? Matagal yung sadness, tapos parang dati masaya ka, tapos ngayon puro sad ka, puro negative thoughts, puro nega ang naiisip mo na nobody loves me, wala na pag-asa, wala na mangyari sa buhay ko, magpakamatay na lang ako. Total, pag nagpakamatay ako, wala namang parang malulungkot, yung mga ganon. So, mas malungkutin ang dating. Pag anxiety it's fear. Like, they would be afraid to go out. Some people would be afraid to try. Some people would be so paralyzed with fear na hindi na sila lalabas ng bahay, tapos nagpapalpitate sila. So, mayroong physiological symptoms din na nakikita minsan. But sometimes we call them, syempre, yung iba, psychologically inducing kasi siya.
So Doc, is it possible for a person na maka-experience ng depression and anxiety at the same time? Pwede ba yun?
Yeah, pwede din po.
Pwede. Nasabay na experience niya.
Yeah. So that is very difficult. Pero syempre, there's always hope, like I said, that then we go for, of course, if talagang kailangan ng medication, we take medication. But kung kaya with certain kind of therapy, then we would advocate, let's say, counseling. You try to change your mindset, try to change the way you do things, yung mga ganon. Try to connect with people. Let's say if the environment is medyo toxic sa'yo, then we try to learn to teach them how to set certain boundaries. How to be able to be with safe people para wherein you can unload. I mean, besides going to a therapist, that will also help a lot. Na may family support ka. Because that is very important. We have family support. We have the support of our friends. That helps a lot.
Okay. So, Doc, gusto ko lang malaman, for somebody who is, let's say, experiencing depression and anxiety, unang-una, alam ba nila to that they're undergoing those things? And pangalawa, do they admit it? Inaamin ba nila na, ay nako, depressed ako o anxious ako? Based on your experience, do they admit it?
Right now, mas dumadami ang nag-a-admit because yun na nga, unti-unti yung stigma nga about these things, medyo mas bumababa, mas nawawala. So, people would be more open to look for counselors, to seek for help. Pero syempre, may mga iba rin na minsan hindi nila napapansin o pili lang nila, it's just a phase. Kasi it could be just a phase naman. Let's say, when somebody died, it's normal that we grieve. So, it's a phase. Pero pag yung to the point na, kunyari, sobrang tagal na, tapos to the point na hindi nga ako nakaka-function in my normal everyday life, it affects my day-to-day living, then that person might have to seek help. So sometimes hindi nila alam, the people around them. So let's say sometimes people would call me up and say, I was referred by so-and-so because he or she thinks I need professional counseling. Hindi lang friends. Kasi syempre, tinatakbo natin friends, diba? So dati, I also handled what we call the peer counselors organization. We train people to counsel their own friends. Kasi usually, pag may problema tayo, ang una natin tinatakbuhan, kaibigan. Kasi we trust them.
Yes.
So that's why we train them. But syempre, sabi nga namin, basta kung kaya nyo, kayo. Pero kung feeling mo, hindi ko na kaya, talagang kinounsel ko na, wala talaga. Then we tell them that, then you have to refer to professional counselors. Kasi medyo mas deep na yung problema niya.
Ito, Doc, gusto kong sundan yung sinabi mo kanina, na tumaas dahil one of the factors is parati sila magkasama sa bahay, yung both parents and the children or siguro yung magkakapatid. Gusto ko lang malaman, Doc, may pinipili ba itong edad or age? Meaning to say, can you experience mental health, stress, anxiety, or depression kung ikaw ay mas matanda o ikaw ay mas bata? I mean, yung both na yan, nakaka-experience ba yan ng mental health?
Right now, it's across all ages. Dumadami ang incidents where yung mga bata nati-depress. Pag mga bata naman, usually ang concern nila would be nabubuli sila. It also causes depression because repressed anger causes depression eh. They cannot, they cannot outrightly show or sometimes natatakot sila magsabi. So, kinikimkim nila. So, they have hidden anger, suppressed, o minsan nagde-depress yung mga bata. Sometimes
Mm.
depressed rin sila because of the high standards, sad to say, from the parents. That's why when I do seminars like enhancing EQ for the children, I would encourage parents to challenge their kids for excellence, not perfection. Okay,
Mhm.
iba yung papagalitan ka if you get a grade of 98. Tapos, but then we challenge them just to do their best. Tapos ngayon, yung matatanda, or people who are older, they also suffer depression. Like, let's say right now, actually, right now there's a new term called quarter life crisis. People who are 25 years old, they now suffer from depression. Sometimes, nawawalan na sila ng meaning in life. Okay, they lose direction. Tapos meron tinatawag, of course, we know the midlife crisis, mga
Mhm.
between 40 to 50 plus something. Tapos syempre, elderly, they suffer depression because for them, it's the lose of, let's say, sometimes their memory, medyo humihina na, let's say, nakakasakit na sila. Tapos syempre, minsan, of course, finances, whatever, that adds on. So, sad to say, because of what's happening, it's across all ages and
Across all
all walks of
ages.
life. Yes.
Okay, so yun, malinaw yun ano, sa ating mga manonood. Hindi porket magulang kayo ay hindi kayo pwedeng mag-suffer sa mental health, no? Yung stress, depression, or anxiety. Ganon din sa mga kabataan, ano? Sabi nga ni Dr. Janet, pwede din, no, sa mga kabataan na mag-suffer ng stress, ng depression, tapos ng anxiety. So, Doc, I'm sure gustong malaman ng mga parents natin as parents, no? Ano ba, meron bang mga warning signs or mga signals na makikita nila sa kanilang mga anak para sabihin nila na, nako, yung anak ko mukhang stress or mukhang depressed o kaya mukhang anxious. Meron bang mga signs na pwede nilang
Okay.
makita? May mga changes ba?
Mm-hmm. Some of them would be the drastic change in feeling mo personality. Drastic.
Mhm.
Let's say, dati masaya yung bata. Gusto niyo maglaro ng basketball, mag-shopping. Tapos
Mhm.
ngayon, lahat wala nang gana. Ayaw nang lumabas. They don't want to
Mhm.
even talk to other people. That's one.
Okay.
Tapos,
Okay.
drastic changes in weight. Biglang pumapayat, biglang tumataba. That's also
Mhm.
a sign. Okay?
Mhm.
Unless, of course, nagda-diet. Iba yun. Iba yung nagda-diet. Pero iba yung talaga sa stress. Kasi may ibang taon, iba. The way they cope with stress is different. Some people, when they're stressed or depressed, they eat. They eat a lot.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
But some people,
Mhm.
they cannot eat. And also, it also affects the sleeping pattern. Like some people, they try to sleep off their problems. So they sleep the whole day. They don't want to go out of their house, of their room. But some people, hindi sila makatulog. Or gising
Mhm.
sila ng gising. So,
Mhm.
yung mga ganun na disruptive, or less, very simple, let's say if you're, may dalaga ka o binata sa bahay,
Mhm.
you would know that they're depressed. Like, dati nagme-makeup yan, nagpapaganda, nagpapakyut,
Mhm.
nag-gel. Ngayon, lahat wala. Tapos mukha
Mhm.
ng losyang or hindi na talaga nag-ayos. Even going out, iba na. Or ayaw na mag-shave. Of course, iba yung tamad. Kasi iba yung
Oo.
tinatamad. Ay, hindi naman tayo lalabas. 1 month naman tayo mag-ECQ. Kaya a lot of men are growing beards. But that's
Mhm.
okay. But iba
Mhm.
yung talagang pabaya na sila. And
Mhm.
yung iba, they would say goodbye. Yung pasimpleng goodbye, like they would write letters and say goodbye. Parang ibang klaseng goodbye.
Mhm.
And then yung iba, namimigay yung mga favorite stuff nila.
Mhm.
That's medyo bordering of, medyo nakakatakot na. Kasi baka may mga, maybe they have some suicidal ideation. May idea na
Mhm.
sila na parang gusto ko na mamatay. Kaya
Mhm.
pinamimigay ko na yung mga favorite things ko sa buhay. So these are
Mhm.
signs to watch out for.
Mhm. Ako, Dok, tumataba ako pero sana hindi naman ako stress. Kain ako ng kain, eh. Ang sarap ng
Feeling
pagkain.
ko, kulang lang po sa exercise yan.
Okay, okay. So, sa parents, no? Like for example, sinabi niyo nga kung may nakita akong mga pagbabago na ganyan, no? Sa kanilang appearance, sa kanilang sleeping patterns, I guess sa kanilang kilos, no? As a parent, meron ba siyang pwedeng gawin dito? Kasi most of the time kasi, Doc, I don't know if you will agree with me, most of the time kasi parents will just shrug it off na parang, wala yan. Or kaya minsan, pinapagalitan, ba't ka ganyan? Ba't ganito? So,
Yes.
anong dapat gawin ng parents pag ganito na siya, Doc?
Okay,
Yung
very
anak
good.
nila. Mm.
Yes. In this kind of case, it will be good to empathize. Okay? Huwag
Mhm.
nating pagalitan yung mga anak. Kasi
Okay.
na-stress na nga sila eh. So
Mhm.
they're already very stressed. It will be, in a way, we could act, parang treat them like your friend. Di ba? Pag
Okay.
friend natin, hindi mo natin bakit pinapagalitan eh. We listen.
Mhm.
So you listen. Oh, anak, I noticed that you don't eat that much. Is there anything troubling you? So,
Mhm.
depende sa closeness ng relationship. Of course, if you
Okay.
are close, mag-open up siya. And that's very good. That's why I would encourage all the parents. I know it's not easy being a parent. Ang hirap-hirap. It's
Yes.
hard to teach them, but I hope that you should be, as parents, you have to be intentional in establishing closer relationship with them. Kasi kung close na kayo, of course, there's a theory called the love bank. Anong theory to? I'd like to share to all the parents. And actually, it's applicable to all situations. When
Mhm.
we do something good or something encouraging to a loved one, let's say anak mo, para kang nag-deposit sa bank account ng heart ng anak mo. So,
Mhm.
nag-deposit ka, oh anak, you did a good job. Tapos, kunwari, kanina, nag-alinis siya tumulong siya maglinis ng pinggan. Uy, anak, thank you. Mommy appreciates you or daddy appreciates the parents. Thank you for helping or yung mga ganon. So you keep on depositing to the love bank of your child's heart. Kaya, kapag pinagalitan mo siya, minsan no choice, di ba? We have to nicely talk to them.
Mhm.
Okay? O anak, kanina, no, when you shouted at me in front of so many people, that's not respectful. So please don't do it again. So in a way, maski nice yung mo sinabi, parang nag-withdraw ka. So
Mhm.
pero kung marami kang dineposit sa love account ng anak mo, when you withdraw, marami pa rin matitira. So pag
Mhm.
maraming natira, and you show concern during their time of depression, usually they would open up when you ask. And actually, even when you don't ask, they would run to you. And that's
Mhm.
very important. And I hope that that is one I hope as parents, lalo pag teenager na, sana yun ang mangyari. But
Mhm.
where do you start? When they're kids. You start
Mhm.
building that relationship. But
Mhm.
do not be discouraged. Ay, naku, nung kids sila kasi sobra akong busy sa business, sa trabaho. It's
Mhm.
never too late. It's
Mhm.
never too late to develop that relationship. And I hope that they can open up to you. Kasi importante, whether as friends, as a parent and children relationship or siblings, the importance is empathy. You put yourself into their shoes. Let's say, malungkot siya. Let's say, ang lungkot niya is this. Kasi, hindi ako pinansin ng crush ko eh. Siyempre,
Mhm.
pag ikaw yung parent, ha? Ang babaw lang yan eh. Dati naman ako, okay lang kapag di ako pinansin ng crush. O, di ba? Sermonan mo na naman. Hindi.
Oo.
You put yourself, oh nga, no, anak, no? Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts when somebody we like, parang doesn't like us pa. And then,
Mhm.
siyempre, pag ganun yung reaction mo, mag-open up na yan. Kasi,
Mhm.
ay, naintindihan ako para ni daddy, ni mommy. Yun. So,
Mhm.
we empathize. And that
Mhm.
goes a long, long way, just listening to them. But in
Mhm.
case, let's say, in case, syempre, normally, pag teenager sila, talaga they approach friends more than parents, di ba? Unless
Yes.
talagang super close kayo. So,
Yes.
it's okay. Kaya nga, make sure you have to push them a little to have close friends.
Mhm.
Yung alam natin mga good influence na friends.
Mhm.
Yun. They need that. Kasi ngayon, because of probably na so much gadget, sometimes they have a lot of online friends, but
Mhm.
they lack real friends in the real
Mhm.
world. So, kunyari,
Mhm.
makita mo yung mga tao during sa restaurant, apat na may kaibigan, lahat naglalaro, nag-chat with other people. They don't even talk personally. So,
Mhm.
minsan kulang. So, we have to
Okay.
develop that. Teach them.
Okay. Ito naman, Doc, babaliktarin ko naman. Kanina, sinasabi
Sige.
natin, yung parents, anong magagawa nila sa kanilang mga anak, no? Pag nakita nila,
Mm.
sabi mo nga, yung mga changes, di ba? But this is, I don't know if this is happening, yung anak naman, no? Nakikita nila yung
Mm.
parents nila, nag-ibago din, madaling mainit ang ulo, parati na lang sumisigaw, parati lang nagagalit, primarily because of the changes that you just mentioned, ano? Itong sa lockdown, walang work, walang resources, and so on and so forth. So, from the point of view of a child, no, let's say for example, medyo teenager na to, ano yung pwede nilang gawin para naman suportahan naman nila yung kanilang mga parents?
Yes, that's good. Magandang question yan para
Mm.
balance. So, as teenagers, kasi medyo malaki na, actually, even as younger kids, one way they could do during this lockdown is to try to support the parents in little ways, like helping around with household chores, di ba?
Mhm.
Kasi sometimes na-stress na ngayon, the parents has to work from home, tapos yung mga anak kalat ng kalat, ayaw tumulong, nanonood na lang ng TV, gadget na lang ng gadget. So, for me, if the kids could be able to study on their own, okay, be able to help around, and kumbaga, try not to add stress to the parents. That would help a lot. Tapos encourage and be thankful, be grateful. Kasi sometimes, syempre may mga bata na, di ba, sometimes we say that, bakit ba yung mga bata ngayon feeling entitled? Syempre hindi naman lahat. But there are
Mhm.
some that they would say, bakit yung friend ko may bagong iPhone, ako wala. So I would always tell the kids or the teenagers, be grateful for whatever your parents can provide for you because
Mhm.
they're working super super hard. So
Yes.
just be thankful. And sabi ko rin sa mga kabataan, if you can, like say during Mother's Day, Father's Day, their birthday, give tribute to them sa Facebook. Kasi mahilig tayo mag-Facebook, di ba? Like during Mother's Day, I would do that to my parents and to thank them publicly. Tapos para masaya yung mama ko, even though my mom doesn't have a Facebook, syempre, then I would say, oh ma, look ko, this is what I said in Facebook. Para matawa siya. Ganun din sa papa ko.
Mhm.
Let's love and honor our parents.
Okay.
That's very important.
So ano pala 'to, Doc, parang kumbaga sa ano, dapat mutual, no? Parents
Mm-mm.
support the children, children support the parents as well, no?
Yes.
Oo. Medyo hindi yung iba yata hindi sanay sa ganito, eh, 'di ba?
Oo nga. Hindi
Na
talaga. But I hope it would
nagdi-support each
change.
other. Ha?
Yes. Yeah, I hope
Oo.
that would change because it's possible to have healthy relationships at home and not healthy. If the relationships are healthy, not
Mm.
dysfunctional, then we have
Mhm.
happier families. And if
Mhm.
we have happier families, the mental health of each individual in the family improves a lot.
Mhm.
Kasi less stress eh. Kasi let's say you said teenager. Teenager, ang parating stress nila, of course, besides their studies, love life, friendship, but another big factor, family. So,
Mhm.
pag nag-minus yun, ay, maganda. Ganun din sa mga parents. Minsan, sasabihin nila sa akin, stress nila, anak nila, asawa nila. So, I think it works both ways. But in case, let's say, in your family, feeling mo, naku, parang wala ng pag-asa, I'd like to encourage you. May pag-asa. You can. It starts with one person. One person can make a lot of difference. Let's say in my family before, in my family, it's a typical Filipino Chinese family wherein if you do something good, it's expected of you. Kumbaga, they won't praise you. Parang, kumbaga, medyo nahiya sila mag-praise. Bakit? Kasi baka daw lumaki ulo ko. Yumabang ako. So when I do something good, they won't praise me. But when I do something wrong, patay ka, sermon na yan. So, ganun ang atmosphere sa bahay. And then, of course, I went to a fellowship once, and the pastor encouraged us. Sabi niya, actually, it takes only one person to change a family, the family atmosphere, the culture. So sabi ko, o nga, na-realize ko, I don't also encourage my parents. Parang tahimik lang ako. So one time, I tried, pero mahirap. Tingnan mo, sample. My mom cooked something delicious. So dati, pag masarap, lamon lang kami ng lamon. Nobody even says, thank you. Nobody says it's delicious. Pero pag hindi masarap, pasimple, hindi masarap, walang lasa. Di ba yung mga ganon? Tapos I tried. Pero indirect, kasi hindi pa ako sanay eh. And I was a teenager at that time. So sabi ko, masarap. Tapos syempre, my mom did not say anything, pero nakita mo nag-smile siya. Tapos eventually, sa kakaganon ko, of course, gradually, even if it's indirect, my mom is happy. So one time she came home. Ay ako yung naglinis ng bahay. Ako naman parati naglilinis. Kasi ako yung babae at ako yung eldest. Tapos sabi niya, pagtingin niya sa bahay, malinis ang bahay. So unti-unti, the environment at home became more encouraging. So I hope that my story, and I can tell you that my family is much, much closer now. It only takes one. And of
Mhm.
course, you can always ask God to help you. God will is a
Yes.
big factor na nag-change yung family namin in such a way that I'm very thankful that my parents just celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. And yet, when
Wow.
I was a teenager, mega awa yan. Kala ko mag-divorce na sila. So I
Okay.
thank God that after all of us came to know Jesus, Jesus made a difference in our lives. So and I hope that
Yes.
you can try Jesus. You can check him out.
Mhm. Amen, amen diyan, amen. Oo, nakita ko nga yung post mo na meron kayong parang family photo. So, you're
Yes.
celebrating the ano pala, 50th ba? 50?
50th.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Congratulations siyempre sa
Thank you
parents
po.
mo and sa'yo din.
Yes.
Okay. Kasi
Niloko mo ako.
tama yung sinabi mo, Doc, 'no, kasi at the end of the day, we really go back to our family, eh, 'di ba? 'Yan ang kumbaga sa ano, backbone natin, hindi ba? Yung parang these are the people who you can really trust, no? The people that you can really turn to. So talagang dapat as much as possible, you have to do everything na maging maganda yung relationship ng family mo, 'di ba? Tama, Doc?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Our
So,
family is very important.
yes, Doc. So, Doc, before I let you go, ayan, parang
Mm.
kanta, eh, 'di ba? Puwede ka magbigay ng ano, ng tip naman sa ating mga viewers, no? Both for parents and children. How can they cope up with this? At least yung mga basic lang, no? How can they cope up with this mental health issue like stress, like depression and anxiety? Ano yung mga puwede nilang gawin, Doc?
Okay. One thing that, di ba kanina sabi ko, our thoughts are very important. So
Yes.
you have to train yourself to look at the positive side of things. Let's say, in this lockdown time, instead of thinking na, ay, boring naman sa bahay, wala akong magawa. Ang kawawa naman ako, litit ang bahay namin. Parang instead of complaining, count your blessings. Like, let's say, I'm still alive. I can eat 3 meals a day. I still have a job. O let's say, kunyari, ako'y nawalan ng trabaho. Yeah, it hurts. I lost my job, but I'm okay. I can still look for another job. So count your blessings. So focus on the things that are going well instead of looking at the things that are not going well. Tapos, in terms of people, it's the same. Look at the positive side of other people. Let's say, there's no perfect parent, no perfect children. Lahat naman tayo hindi perfect eh. But if we train ourselves to look at the positive side of people, less ang mga away. Okay? Let's say pag nagagalit ng mama ko, tapos nainis na rin ako sa kanya, I would realize, no, galit lang mama ko ngayon. Okay, I'm not gonna talk, I'm not gonna provoke her anymore. I'll just understand her. Because alam ko naman, masipag naman nanay ko, she's doing her best, she's just stressed right now. I will just understand her. So if I try to focus on the positive side of the situation and people, that helps a lot. That also helps me. Tapos siguro, if there are problems, instead of focusing on the problem, then we think of solutions. Okay? And actually, this lockdown, it shows us that this is bigger than ourselves. Even if you're the richest man on earth, you're very famous, you're very powerful, without God in the picture, life would be meaningless. We cannot avoid the virus. We cannot even buy the vaccine for it. Wala pang vaccine eh. So
Mhm.
I hope that in this time of crisis, we would turn to Jesus. We would turn to the one who said that if you believe in me, I will give you eternal life. I will give you a meaningful life on earth. And you know what? I really experienced that peace, that joy amidst all of this crisis. So that's why, if you ask me, parang my heart is at peace. And even some of my friends who lost a loved one during this lockdown, of course, mas lungkot that they could not even parang properly bury the dead kasi bawal nga, di ba? But you know what? You know what they told me? They said that we are at peace because we know that our beloved uh, has already known Jesus. One day we will meet him or her in heaven. So that makes a lot of difference. Changing the way you think and at the same time, trusting in God.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Janet. Thank you sa mga insight, thank you sa mga inputs, and I totally agree with you, no? We have to really turn to God, really turn to Jesus, and submit everything and trust, no, that He is in total control of everything. Hindi yung tayo yung may control, 'di ba? Kasi nga sabi mo nga kanina, wala nga tayong magawa dito sa
Oo nga
lockdown,
eh.
no? Oo,
Mm.
tapos yun nga, maganda rin yung nasabi mo na yung sa family, no, yung samahan, no. So open communication, dapat nag-uusap sila. Tapos iwas nga yung yung galit, parati na lang nagagalit, ang nag-aaway, no. Dapat iwasan
Tama.
'yan. Oo. So Doc, maraming maraming salamat. Sa susunod, we will invite you again and hopefully we can answer some of our viewers question. Gawin natin, tumanggap tayo ng mga question. I'm sure marami yan, ano? Baka pwede naman sagutin nyo, bigyan nyo na sila ng konting payo para naman makatulong sa kanila kasi ang dami talagang problema ngayon dito sa crisis o dito sa situation natin ngayon, di ba?
Yeah. Okay,
So
no
Doc,
problem po.
maraming maraming salamat sa iyo and stay safe, and of course regards to your family, and of course again to your parents. Maraming maraming salamat. Congratulations sa kanila. Thank you for joining us. And of course sa mga viewers po natin, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsama sa amin dito po sa JLO. If you want to watch our previous episodes, all you have to do is like or subscribe to our page sa ating Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Jerry Liao Online. Maraming maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. God bless everyone.